Hello, this is a test with the low cut filter set at 40 Hz. Okay, I am talking directly very close to the recording and trying to see if this works or not.
Well, hello! Brian Miller here, and welcome back to Audio for Content Creators, where we help you sound better and level up for all your content creation needs. And this is the second video in our new series of audio critiques, where I take user submissions to take a look at your audio, and we'll really take a listen to your audio and let you know what could be improved, what I'm hearing, what's good, what's not, what you could do better in the future. This was born out of the fact that so many of you send me audio clips via email, via Instagram messages, sometimes in the comments here on YouTube, and you ask for advice, you ask for my opinion. I'm grateful that any of you think my opinion is worthwhile. I do my best to respond to people personally, but I can't always get to it with the amount of different things I do on a daily basis. But I figured, hey, what a perfect way to be able to help everybody by making these critiques public. This particular critique came in from Maria via Instagram. She was struggling with her Tascam DRO5, a portable audio recorder I love, I adore. I've made many tutorials and reviews and videos about this beautiful little device. And yes, there is an upgrade to this device, the DRO5X that Tascam came out with a year or two ago. You guys ask me about it all the time in the comments of those videos, and just wait a few weeks and you'll finally get to see an update video from me on the new DRO5X. Tune in for that. She's using the DRO5 for doing some basic home recording, for recording some sounds, and also doing voiceover work or narration work for herself. And she was frustrated by the amount of extra noise that was coming in. She was hearing all this hiss and this noise, which is really a common audio problem. So let's take a listen to what she sent me. Basically here, I've got everything normalized, so it'll be easier for us to hear. Let's listen to the before sample, what Maria sent me when she was frustrated and looking for some help.
Hello, this is a test with the low cut filter set at 40 Hz.
Okay, so you can all hear just how much, we don't need the end of that, just how much noise there was in that recording. So make sure you've got earbuds on or headphones, ideally, that you're in a quiet listening environment. Listen one more time.
Hello, this is a test with...
Okay, you hear right here at the beginning, before she even starts talking, you can really hear it. Right here, all that noise. And if you listen, it doesn't go away when she starts talking.
Hello, this is a test.
Right, so that noise has been captured in the recording. Now, what a lot of people reach for in these situations is they reach for, hello. I've got an updated version of this audio software, Studio One from PreSonus that I use all the time. And I haven't quite found my way around all the new places that they put all the stuff. A lot of times what people search for is a gate here. They think if I put a gate, you won't hear the noise. But watch what happens if I put a gate on.
Hello, this is a test with the low cut filter set at 40 Hz.
This is a really common mistake, which is using a gate to solve the problem of noise or background noise. And I recently made an entire video about this particular issue. I'll link that video here for you to check out. But the point is that a gate isn't going to solve your problem because this noise is persistent throughout the entirety of the audio. And when she's speaking...
Hello, this is a test with the low cut filter.
It's actually making it more noticeable that there's all this noise in the recording because it's completely going to digital silence when she's not speaking, right? Like right here.
Filter set at 4.
Yeah, so that's no good. The gate isn't going to work. So let's just remove that. In fact, what we've got here is a problem of simply the audio being captured poorly. Our problem here is the noise floor is too high, that she's got the microphone's input gain cranked, and she's using, like I said, just the mics built into the DRO5. She's got the input gain cranked on here, and she doesn't have the mic close enough to her mouth. So what I told her to do right away was to eat the mic, to get up as close as you can to the microphone while you're using it, and then back off your input gain until your voice is sitting between -9 and -12 dB, which is my standard advice I always give you. That's how you set the input gain on any device, is between -9 and -12 dB. And I know I've explained this a million times, but I'm a little bit of an audio geek, so let me explain it one more time. The reason you'll want your input gain set so that your voice is sitting, or whatever the sound source is sitting, between -9 and -12 dB is because 6 dB translates to twice as loud. So if your voice is sitting around -9 dB, if you suddenly yelled or laughed really loudly and got twice as loud as you just had been, you'd still only be hitting -3 or -2 dB. You'd have plenty of headroom so that you never hit 0, because 0 is a brick wall in digital audio. And if you hit 0, you distort, you clip. It's awful. So -9 to -12 is a good spot for your voice to be sitting. All right, so here I've got the Tascam, and I'm going to put my record setting on mono. You'll notice that Maria actually was recording in stereo, and that's not what I would recommend if you're doing a voice recording, a narration, or a voiceover. We're in 48 kilohertz because you always use 48 kilohertz for video. Wave 24 bits, so we got some high quality. You could probably turn the mic power off because currently we are not using an external microphone. And now, if I hit the record button once, we've record enabled it. So imagine that this was how I wanted to speak into it. I would need to increase, by using the right arrow, the button until I see my meters are pegging between -9 and -12 dB while I'm chatting. So right here, you can now see that I'm sitting between maybe a little bit too much there, between -9 and -12 dB. Now the problem is, if I hit record right now that I'm recording, you can hear this is coming out of the DR05. The problem is this thing is nowhere near my voice, right? Because it's way down here, and the microphones are actually pointed. They're pointed over there. They're pointed at the computer, completely away from me. Now, if I'm talking into the DR05 with the appropriate input gain, which is around, I'd say 25 to 30 is usually the right number on this particular device, you should be hearing a complete difference in sound quality, versus if I had the microphone way away from me over there and I was talking into it and I had to crank up the input gain, you're getting a lot more background noise because I had to crank the input gain from the mic, and the difference, the distance, the literal physical distance between this microphone, right? So let's say I'm way out here. The physical distance between the mic and my voice, which is what I want you to hear, is so much greater that it's going to pick up a lot more of the room tone. So that is exactly what I told Maria to do. She backed off the input gain, got the mic up a lot closer to her, and here is her second attempt.
Okay, I am talking directly very close to the recording and trying to see if this works or not.
And you can hear immediately just how much less background noise there was in this recording. So I'm going to play these two back to back so you can just hear the difference from the before to the after. Again, this is the same recorder, same voice, same room. All we did was back off the input gain and get the mic closer to the sound source. Let's listen.
Hello, this is a test with the low cut filter set at 40 Hz. Okay, I am talking directly very close to the recording and trying to see if this works or not.
Maria, it works. Fantastic. It sounds so much better. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you were doing narration or voiceover, you'd want to have your recorder in mono. Mono. Okay, just making this mono, so listen again.
Okay, I am talking directly very close to the recording and trying to see if this works or not.
And there you have it, with a really simple tweak, just backing off the input gain and getting your mic closer to the capture source. We've eliminated a huge amount of the room noise, and the mics built into the DR05, they're fantastic. They're highly detailed, but they're also highly sensitive. They're condenser mics. So if you're using a highly sensitive condenser mic, you really need to make sure that you're in a quiet room, or that you've got your mic set up in such a way that you are minimizing the background noise. You want to be aware of things like the pickup pattern. If it's cardioid, that means it's going to pick up like this mic from the front and reject everything to the back. So if you've got a fan blowing in the background, or air conditioning or something like that, or some street noise, you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself so that the fan or the background noise that you want to get rid of is behind the mic and that you are right in front of it. And you want to get up closer to the mic to make sure that you are eliminating the issue with a high noise floor. So that is it for this critique number 2. Maria, thank you so much for sending this in. I have to laugh. She sent me a note that she wished if she had known when she sent me this that it was going to end up in one of my audio critique videos, which she gave me the permission to do. She said she wished she had said something more interesting, or at least sounded less frustrated on the recordings. Maria, you sounded as frustrated as anybody would sound if they were having trouble getting the right sound out of their gear that they were looking for. But as I say all the time, it's so rarely the gear. Whatever you've got is probably good enough. It's just a matter of optimizing whatever you've got for the environment that you're in and learning how to use it properly. Audio is not intuitive. So if you want to keep learning more about audio, come on back to this channel. Hit the like button if this was helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Brian Miller, and come back anytime to sound better and level up. And we'll see you soon. Why with the... Bye, guys.